so we got that all set up. Now we're going to open up After Effects. Now when you open After Effects, it asks you some questions with the welcome screen. The actual project, which is what we're going to use for all the tutorials in this section, the actual project is not what you're going to be using to set the settings. The composition is what you're going to use to set the settings. So the first one we're going to do is 13Tutorial. We want to make sure, now when you open it up, you don't have the preset that I had, was custom, so I'm going to go back to HDTV 720/25, and you'll see that it's about halfway down here. This is the closest to what we're using. We want to make sure the pixel aspect is square. The frame rate is what you're going to change. You're going to change it to 24. Then it will tell you it's a custom setting. We want to have the duration for this will be 5 seconds. And so this is, the first is hours, minutes, seconds, frames. And since we're using 24 frames per second, the most you can have in this last field is 23. And then when you hit 24, it goes to the next second. So if we typed 24 here, it would say 6 seconds, just to let you know. Okay, say okay for that. So this is our first comp, okay? It's 13Tutorial. We know, I should have put my initials at the end. In order to change the name of something, select the comp name in the project window and press return, and then you can change the name. So I'm going to put my initials in there. There you go. Okay, so this is the project window, which holds everything. It's kind of like your library in Flash. This is the timeline window. And when you bring in anything that has layers, it's going to come in as a comp itself. And when something is a comp within a comp, they call it a pre-comp. So just remember that. We're going to be doing work on 13Tutorial. We'll also have one that will be 14Tutorial. Same settings, 5 seconds. Input your initials. Okay. And then come down, this is the new comp button. Create a new composition. And then we want to have one that is going to be 15Tutorial. And this one is going to be 15 seconds long. Okay. Okay, now once you have that set up, let's go File. We want to save the project. So save. This is going to be save untitled project. We want to make sure we go to the correct folder. And we want to call this AE Tutorial. And your initials. Okay, so now you've got this all set up. Let's double click, go to the folder. You can start bringing in the assets that you need. We know we need the bubbles, so we'll just bring those in to begin with. Double click. We need to get our fish. We want to import it as composition retain layer sizes and say open. We want to double click and get fish 2. Import as composition retain layer sizes, open. And then it will give you the same questions again. Just check them. Editable layer styles, yes. Okay. And is that everything we need? Oh, we need our background. Here's our JPEG for the background. Okay, so we go to 13 tutorial. Okay. Now this is the composition. It has nothing happening yet. It's 5 seconds long. We drag down the ocean. Here's the ocean. Looks good. We'll lock it. Now you want to drag down the fish, O1 and fish, O2. They're behind the ocean. I better unlock it to drag it, but I'm going to drag it behind the fish. Okay, now I can lock it, and I can go to each of them and move them to where I want them to be.